Regarding the play as a whole, I found the entire plot and just how mischievous and lighthearted it was be really entertaining and kind of surprising. I didn't realize the extent of how comedic it really was, and the love triangles I thought were really entertaining. And again, I didn't realize the extent of the role it played in this. And I think it's really cool that you see this theme of love triangles and the mess they can make, 400 years ago, but they're still a really prevalent theme in today's modern entertainment. As for the themes, love was obviously a big one. There was a driving force behind the plot, and I think Shakespeare incorporated it so much just to make a point that love really makes you do crazy things, especially with how Titania fell in love with an ass under the spell of love. Then transformation played another big role. You saw all these love potions transforming people and causing a big mess. You saw see Demetrius and Lysander fawning over Helena and all the trouble that caused. And then we see this again with Bottom's literal transformation into a donkey. Then lastly, I think foolishness slash absurdity, just the comic theme throughout played a huge role. It wouldn't have been nearly as entertaining without these elements. The death threats weren't taken seriously. You saw people falling in love left and right. People being transformed into animals and romances between animals and humans, and this whole play is full of absurdity, really making it a great comedy. As in a meta-theatrically sense, I think the mechanics, the traveling theater troupe, played a big role in this. I think Shakespeare incorporated them in this play to kind of parody bad theater and to make a point that theater really takes some effort and talent, because it's kind of implied throughout that they're struggle, they don't do too well, and they kind with their production of Pyramus and Thisbe, which is supposed to be classic tragedy, but it's more of a parody than anything. Then on another note, at the closing, Puck kind of breaks the fourth wall with the audience and tells them thinking the play is nothing more than a dream, kind of implying that plays aren't real, they're a product of our imagination and require our suspension of reality. As for gender roles, from the start, you kind of get the typical female-male clashing, with Hermia's father threatening to kill her because if she doesn't do what he wants, then Oberon expecting Titania to do what he wants, kind of the whole male is dominant, female should be docile sort of thing. But I think Shakespeare really questions these gender roles even back then and shows us that it isn't necessarily that males are dominant and females should need to be docile, especially when you get all this love potion involved. And I thought it's really fun that he was able to poke fun at that even so long ago. And I do think it was probably widely accepted for men to play female roles. And if anything, I'm sure it added to the comic effect of the entire play as a whole. And then lastly, I'd like to know how actors, back when this was first produced, how they portrayed the Bottom transformation scene and what kind of costume he wore, and when women were allowed to start playing women-specific roles in theater.